Hello, judges, and welcome to SpreeStopper. Have you ever bought something on an impulse? Maybe it was the shoes you bought because the sale was just too good. Or maybe it was that new tech gadget that you're sure will come in handy someday. Either way, you're not alone. With the rapid rise of online shopping in the past few years, spending money has become easier than ever.
In 2019, consumers spent over $600 billion online in the US alone. Similarly, there was a 100.8% increase in Canadian e-commerce sales in May 2020 compared to the same period the previous year. These numbers indicate a continuing trend towards rapid growth in online shopping. While this is great news for internet giants like Amazon, it also means that the everyday consumer has become increasingly vulnerable to impulse shopping online. In fact, according to a recent study, 88.6% of American adults have previously given in to online impulse shopping, spending nearly $82 per session. What's more, over 72% of those people have admitted to doing it regularly.
But what exactly is impulse shopping? Fundamentally, it's a lack of self-control that causes individuals to make an irrational decision. In fact, consumers report that regret is the most common outcome of impulse shopping. The problem is not that consumers don't understand that it's a poor decision, but rather that they can't consciously change their behavior. A recent study found that 75% of shopping websites include features designed to induce impulse shopping. For example, Amazon's lightning deals pressure the user to buy quickly or risk losing out. And this triggers System 1 thinking, which is often less rational and thought out, and makes the user much more prone to impulse buying.
Our solution is SpreeStopper, a browser extension that nudges consumers to reduce online impulse shopping and develop more sustainable behaviors. With seamless integration into all major e-commerce platforms, our product uses behavioral science concepts to turn impulse decisions into conscious and rational ones. One of our signature features is a cooldown button that replaces the Add to Cart button on store websites with a customizable timer that delays purchases. Behavioral science shows that the postponement of decision-making triggers System 2 thinking and is the most successful strategy in preventing impulse purchases. By ensuring customers wait at least 60 seconds before buying a product, we make it possible for them to rationally reflect on their purchase. Our cost saliency feature reframes the costs of goods in terms that are relevant to the consumer.
To demonstrate, here's our prototype. So as soon as the web page loads, our cost saliency feature converts the item's price into the hours of work that would be needed to purchase the product. Reframing the product's cost nudges the consumer to reflect on their potential purchase. Of course, the price is still visible if the user hovers over it with their mouse. Additionally, they have to wait for the cooldown timer, which is 75 seconds in this case, to expire before they can actually purchase the item.
We help consumers analyze their shopping behavior by generating monthly reports that give insight into how their habits can improve over time. The report shows the amount saved that month and how frequently they purchase different types of products. Finally, a critical reason as to why consumers tend to spend more using credit cards versus cash is due to the phenomenon known as pain of paying. Studies have shown that it is difficult for consumers to recognize the cost of purchases when they aren't tangibly dealing with cash. To combat this, if customers end up hitting the Add to Cart button, a graphic will pop up with a visual of the amount of cash that they are spending. With that in mind, the value of SpreeStopper comes from helping consumers save money and encouraging them to develop sustainable and healthy habits. Our business model uses a 3-tier monthly subscription. While the standard version includes several key features, the premium version gives customers access to the monthly report and a website-specific customization feature. Users can automatically snooze the extension on sites where they never impulse buy, while Premium Plus extends this feature by allowing users to make exemptions for specific product categories such as textbooks. It also includes a more detailed monthly report and automatically tracks users' progress towards their savings goal. We plan to offer users a 1-month free trial of the premium tier to let them experience our top-end features. Considering that consumers impulse spend an average of $450 every month, this will help them see the value of our product and just how much SpreeStopper can help them save.
So, you like our idea, but how do we grow it into a business? The widespread nature of impulse shopping means a massive potential market. Starting with English-speaking adults in Canada and the US, we focus on online shoppers prone to impulse purchases and familiar with basic browsing technology. In total, this amounts to over 280 million people. Our first year will be focused on raising awareness about SpreeStopper in Canada and the US. In year 2, we further expand our hold in North America while launching into Europe, where there are similar levels of unmet demand. Finally, we look to leverage our international success and expand to the rest of the globe in year 3, while also adapting our product for use with smartphone food delivery apps, one of the most common categories for impulse spending.
For our projected growth model, we made 3 assumptions. We estimate an initial product adoption rate of 0.01% as we develop product awareness. Furthermore, a market survey leads us to expect an 89 to 10 to 1 user base ratio. Lastly, we assume a 50% user retention rate after 1 year, which will be achievable through brand loyalty and the explicit amount of savings customers realize they get from SpreeStopper. Based on these assumptions, we project a strong growth in revenue across the first 3 years. Our most significant marketing activity is Instagram advertising, which has a cost per click of 20 cents. As such, we expect to turn $59,000 of profit in our first year of sales, which will grow to over $167,000 by our 3rd year. Our forecast is relatively conservative as we only account for 6 months of growth in the first year and only project revenue in Canada and the USA and not the international user base.
Having now identified the need for our product in the extensive and ever-expanding target market, as well as projected a 3-year plan for potential growth, a key factor that we must consider is competition, of which we don't really seem to have much of. Our closest competitor is Icebox, a browser extension that forces users to wait 30 days before buying each item. This brute force method fails to consider users making necessary everyday purchases, and as such it has been unsuccessful in attracting any long-term customers in the last 4 years. This gap in the market creates the perfect opportunity for SpreeStopper.
In conclusion, as the e-commerce industry continues to grow and more people make online purchases every day, there is an ever-increasing need for our product. SpreeStopper integrates smart features based on behavioral science insights to help consumers develop sustainable shopping habits and save thousands every year. Thank you.